No one can control what you are consciously thinking, and you should make good use of that. Kia ora, Katrin here from 2 Points, 1 Smile. Today I would like to look at perspectives and how your thinking actually really influences how you experience life. And I give you some very little examples on how this works. Possibly a lot of you have some form of smartphone. Have you noticed that when you are on your smartphone, and sometimes even not, when you are just talking about something, you maybe you Google for a little holiday, or you think about buying a new pair of shoes, and you have some clear image of that in your mind, or you have spoken it, or you actually had a look at it on your smartphone. All of a sudden, mostly in social media, on any websites, you see ads about exactly that topic popping up everywhere, whether it's then on your desktop, on your phone, or sometimes even when you are out in the community. Well, this is obviously something that a lot of us are really worried about, and there are many conspiracy theories around this topic, but that's not my point. My point is, it is the same kind of process that when you are thinking about something consciously, you are sending out that thought not only to your phone, but also into your environment. And you are then getting reflected back exactly what you were thinking of. So once we understand that, I think we ought to really look at what are we sending out and what is it that we would like to be reflected back to. It's important what you feed your mind with, whether you use lovely cards, or you read books, or even the films you are watching. It's important that you are aware that when you engage with those thoughts, with the emotions that come up, and you are, even after reading something, still thinking about it, and the way you think about it and the emotions that are attached to it, that's what you will be sending out into your environment, and that's what will be reflected back to you. You possibly also know the phrase, life outside is the mirror back to you of what you are thinking and feeling and projecting about. So my way of looking at this, when I discovered how this process works years and years and years ago, I actually tried on a daily basis to control my thoughts. And I can tell you, this is extremely laborious work and very draining and tiring. And it worked like for an hour, sometimes for 30 minutes, but then there were overriding default mechanisms happening again, and it was too hard. That's not really what we are after. What we want to look at, if you are looking at your life today, right now, and there is something in your environment that is reflecting something to you that you dislike, that makes you sad, that makes you upset, that makes you angry, or that makes you fearful, then follow the train of thought that created that. Think about what you told that phone or that head of yours, what you want, or what you are dreaming about, or what you are afraid of, because that has been sent out and is being reflected back to you. My initial saying was, no one can control what you consciously think. And that's a really powerful thing to be aware of. When you are feeling anxious, upset, sad, angry, any of those things that we find so uncomfortable, I always say in my work, please allow that emotion just to pass, because it's part of life and part of who we are. But when you experience that, follow the train of thought that led you there, that has the result of you looking at something that you don't want to look at. Being aware of what I was just saying with the train of thought and the conscious thinking. Most of the time, we are not consciously thinking. Most of the time, I think we have 95,000 thoughts a day, and 72 or 75,000 of those are actually subconscious or default kind of thinking. They are not our own. And we're not consciously thinking about something. We are repeating something that has been repeated over and over for us, and we picked it up from somewhere, and we are not making an effort to change our environment by the way we look at it. So here's my little challenge for you, so that you can experience there is truth to this. And the truth is in this, yes. However, the same works for your own processes. So in the morning, when you wake up or you get up, have the intention. Just say, I am intending to experience a magical day, or a lighter day than yesterday, or I would like to meet someone I have a great conversation with, or I would love to find a really cool recipe for a dinner that I cook tonight. Something easy, something simple, and then see what happens. If you would like to increase that momentum, when you are thinking this beforehand, go into a space where you feel really good about something, about a memory, about something about yourself, enjoying that the sun is out today after weeks and weeks of rain, anything that in that moment makes you feel pretty good. Then send out this intention of something that you would like to experience consciously, and then let it go and see what happens. I would love to hear what you come up with. It is initially labor. It's really hard work, but when you get used to that kind of way of looking at life, thinking, something that is now being reflected back to me, I actually somehow influence this being reflected to me. So follow the train of thought, follow how you kind of projected this out there or asked for it to be displayed to you, and then after that, just let it go. Remember, emotions are part of life, but they are energy, and energy never just goes like this. It just sometimes goes this and this and this. If we are feeling uncomfortable or sad or angry or any of these things that we label, just let them pass through your body. It's part of being alive. If you are repeatedly having these moments and having something in your outside world that makes you feel these feelings or makes you upset or sad, then it's time to look at the perspective of life that you are subconsciously sending out there, and if so desired, start to change them. It's easier once you get the hang of it. The beginning may be a little bit of work, but it works wonderful. So just give this exercise a little go, and then let me know how you get on. Bye for now.